Welcome back to another stream. Hopefully everybody is having a great afternoon. You know, a lot of money to be made. The Bulls and Bears both won today. If you guys were on the stream with me this morning, you would know that the green streak fucking continues. So I'm probably not taking any trades for the rest of the day. I was talking to Gabe a little bit after we were done streaming about 380 today, and I was thinking, I was like, you think it breaks 380 today? And he was like, I don't think so. Like, it could, but at the same time, like, and then in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, we have Apple, Amazon, and Intel earnings after hours. So a lot of that nonsense is happening. There's a lot of nuclear talk going on right now with Russia and the Pentagon. I saw some things come through on that. Other than that, though, I mean, we're really waiting towards Apple, Amazon, and this is probably one of the most important days of the year, if not the most important, before we get into the end of the year, because we had GDP data come out this morning. We had jobless claims. We have Apple, Amazon, and Intel earnings. And then tomorrow, we're getting PCE inflation and a lot of other economic data here. Next week, we get the Fed meeting, which is going to be very interesting. There's a couple of different ways that we can actually go out and interpret what was said by or the GDP data that came out this morning, but we can go through that. But again, welcome everybody. This is a public live, so if you guys wouldn't mind running up the like button over there, helps out a whole lot with the algos, man. It helps out a whole lot. Costs you nothing to do it. If you guys do like what we're doing over here, helps us out a little bit. So let's see. I'm late. No, I'm not late. There's a little bit of a lag between when YouTube comes on and when I click the button. It's okay. But I played Tesla this morning on this pop here, this little rejection, and then bounce right back up with the SPY here. I thought Tessie had a little bit of some room to go. My mistake actually saved me a little bit because I didn't, for some reason, the amount of contracts that I wanted didn't fill. So when that happens and I saw the trade already up nicely, it was at the point where I would have scaled out anyway. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just take the whole position there and lock it in for like 6-8%, whatever it was. Then I hit a little baby Nvidia trade on the way down, and then that was it, man. I mean, I'm up, what, 1.5% on the day? Get the fuck out of here. People will be like, oh, yeah, whatever, 1.5%. Look at that compounded over a year. Remember, my goal every single day is to be finished green. I don't give a flying fuck about how much I finish green. It's all about consistency in my mind. It's like, I don't want to be up 5% one day, down 2, up 3, down 4. Like, I don't want that. I want nice, consistent green days, trading the same thing that I'm looking at there and setting myself up for success, man. You know, that it is what it is. Oh, shout out to all you guys on the like button too. Sam Lee, what's up, buddy? You definitely overtraded today, but you're up 1.7% for the day overall. There you go, Tyler. I mean, I know you paper traded, I think those SPY puts, which were sweet on the way down. The problem, this is one of the problems with the SPY movement today was this right here. So when you saw this candle fly down below this 200 EMA, there really wasn't enough time to get this on the way down. You could have played this candle, but look at this. So you see this crack down below the 200 EMA. I was waiting for a closing candle down below, but there's not really enough room for this thing to come down before it's going to hit this little support level that we had drawn out that we were looking at in the pre-market. So right after it starts to come down here, in my mind, that's when I got out of these Nvidias right down here on this little knife candle. I actually, yeah, I mean, I sold the last bunch of them as we were coming up for still in the green. Not as green as the initial scale out, but if you wanted to have some big balls, you could have played it off this level this morning, which I know a lot of you guys did. You struggle with profits even after 6 months. You have to do it. It's not something that necessarily, Gingy, that I can teach you. It's something that you have to learn. It's you have to understand, and it takes time. I've fucked it up too. Like, I've done it. I've always been like, oh, like, remember when I used to be live all day long, Gabe would come on in the afternoon, and the time that really stuck out to me was when I was up 30% on a Micron trade, and I tell Gabe I'm up 30%, and he looks at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, take it. What are you doing? And I'm like, wow, I'm trying to. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, you got 30% right there. What are you trying to do? And then from then on, I was like, huh, dude's got a point. So you have that mindset switch where, again, and the thing is I'm only trying to lock in. Again, watch the stop loss strategy video. Gingy, I think that will help you out a whole lot, like a boatload. Use that stop loss strategy. I literally am on a 10, 11 day green streak. I had a couple of green days in a row before I started really, really using it. And then I started using that, and I have not had a red day. There have been some close calls, but the fact that my wins are always so much larger than my losses, it doesn't like, it's the scale out. And if you, and Gingy, the strategy will work perfectly for you, because if you're scaling out at 10 and the trade runs 40 and you have a manual trailing stop there, you're good. You're completely good. You had to convince yourself to stop trying to get rich in one day. Yes, exactly, dude. You can't. Nobody's getting rich in a day here. You're gonna hear the stories. You're gonna hope that it happens, but newsflash, it won't. If you're doing that, you're gambling. It's going to lead you to a blown up account. Which again, and I was thinking about tweeting this out today too. It's like there's a couple of things. It's like, one, I don't care how much I'm green on the day as long as I'm green. My goal is 1%. If I hit it, I just go risk off. Like I was looking at SPY puts here and I was hesitating. And I never ended up getting them because in my mind, I was like, why risk the gains that I already have? Like, what's the point? Again, then somebody on the other side, no risk, no Rari, but I've already taken risk today and I'm already up what I need to be. I know the numbers that I need to hit every single day to get me to the pista. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll just keep doing that. But SPY is now breaking back down lower here off this little rim. So this would be a rim with all these closing candles. None of these candles are really closing above this 13 here. You're coming back down to the lows. You might flash it. Personally, I think 380 is going to be defended pretty heavily. Don't piss away the pista gains. No, don't. Why? All right, I need my levels on here. I don't know why. Whenever I shut down my computer and then bring it back up to go live, my levels just disappear. So I got to refresh all of them. What's it, 2 p.m. today? Nothing, I don't think. Yeah, I just keep thinking I'm behind in life and trying to catch up quickly, but it's crazy how many trades have been green 20 to 50% and don't take the profits. Exactly, Gingy. What you should think about is imagine, this is what I want you to think about here. Not if you top ticked it, not the 20 to 50%. Imagine if on all those trades, you averaged 15%. Like your average gain on it was all those trades, which I'm guessing that you can do a lot. And guys, this brings us back to the same concepts that we talk about all the time. The 3 M's: mindset, money management, method. Gingy, you're probably really, really locked in on the method. You're locked in. You're like, all right, I'm seeing these trades go. Perfect. But I would say that's only really at most 20% of the puzzle of trading. That's it. It's only 20. You've got another 80% of skills that you need to learn, and it's all internal. It's not something that you can go out and get. It's something that you have to like introspectively look into yourself and say, this is what we need to do in order to get better. I think it's because before I found you guys, I turned 500 into 5K in one Tesla call. Then I kept chasing that kind of gains. Everybody's done it, man. Everybody's done it. But think about the money management and mindset part of it. Those are what you need to focus in on. I can help guide you guys along the way, but I can't give you the secret sauce. And by guiding you along the way, the stop loss strategy is perfect. Have I heard about a possible AMC buyout? No. And if it is, it's probably somebody just saying shit. But like, remember, like I've blown up accounts before. I took like my first trading account from like $2,000 to like, I think it was 12 or 13 in a short period of time. Just boom, up. But at the end, in the beginning, again, I thought I was like, oh, I'm really good at this. But it like, no, that's not how it works. Let's see. I feel like we shouldn't care if SCV keeps trading or not each day. Some of us haven't taken a trade of the day yet. So we're here asking questions on the new season setup without his portfolio bias. No, that's true. Like, I will give you my opinion. Like, remember 2 days ago, or honestly, yesterday too, we called this SPY drop here. We called this one back down to VWAP. And again, I didn't take it, but there's money to be made. It's just in my mind, I don't need to be doing it. You could give out some of the secret sauce. There really isn't secret sauce. I think that's what a lot of people do to try to bait you into like joining your like their thing and paying the money. It's like, you guys can come in all the time. You guys know exactly what you're getting. You're getting the proprietary algorithms, which are awesome. Invictus, Pythagoras, Trader Joe, the alert system, all of the live streams and the curriculum videos. But the most important part is that extra 80%. I'm talking about what's in my pants. Okay, bro. Okay. The most important part is the emotions that go along with trading. It's managing yourself. Stop, Sean. Stop talking about my special sauce, bro. That's only for your wife, man. You know? Also, I'm pretty, like, somebody was commenting on one of my tweets, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I know you. I was like, this is weird. But it is what it is, you know? Sometimes people find me. They're like, oh, it's this kid. And it's like, oh, yeah. All right, let's see here. Guys, and if you wouldn't mind, keep hitting that like on the way in. We're halfway there to that a little 100 threshold. I'd love to see if we could crack 300 today. That'd be pretty cool. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot over here. Let's not make this stream weird like Gabe's was. Speaking of Gabe, dude, that guy is I swear he's the best trader that I have ever seen. And I've seen everybody that like you think of. And it's like, oh, all these people, they're pretty good, right? Dude, this motherfucker. I don't know if he told you guys how much he was up today. He told me what his goal was, and I was like, "You're crazy." We were talking about it last night, and I was like, "You're nuts." And he was like, "All right." I was like, "Not for me. I can't do that." And then he comes in, he was like, "Oh, I said that, right?" And it was just like fucking nuts. You need to put on your blue jacket. Fuck the cream one. It's linen, bro. I'm sitting here wearing a linen jacket. Leave me alone. I'm going to do what I want to do. Let's see. What's being priced in for Apple? Good question. Usually it's not too much, which is nice. I'll take a look at it right here. Let's see. What is that? 390. This is just rough estimate. 338 divided by 145.84. Ooh, wow. About 5%. That's not bad. I got my linens on. Dude, linen is like, trust me, get on the linen game. I have 2 linen suits, linen pants. Actually, I have more, and then linen, like linen sweatpants, linen dress pants that go along with the linen suits. And then other linen pants, but they're too big for me now. Dude, it's so comfortable, man. It's like wearing sweatpants. It's crazy. All right, team. It also gets wrinkled like crazy. Yeah, but I feel like that's like allowed though. If it's linen, like you can do whatever it's like, oh, it's linen, it's wrinkled, whatever, you know? But let's see what the 10, also the 10-year coming back down below 4 today is a key level. And then what's the dollar doing? Dollar's running back up. See, there's so, no, they're kind of linking up now. You saw some divergence here with the dollar and the 10-year this morning. SPY is looking like it wants to come down potentially to crack new lows. Let's see if we get this bounce. I mean, if it slips here and starts dying, it could, but I don't know. Potentially a little triple bottom here that we're seeing. Why is Nancy stuck there? Nancy hasn't really been moving a whole lot. Nancy's up 2.5 here. Fatima, one, I don't have Ortex, and that was a pump and dump. I remember everybody talking about that stock. That thing was an absolute pump and dump. It could be shorted. It is what it is. I don't even have Ortex anymore. I think it's leading people into the wrong direction. It's like, oh, shorted, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna cause. All right. Oh, new lows on SPY here. Here we go. Ready for some emotional damage? Remember how Gingy was talking just now about how he turned 500 into 1,000 on a Tesla call, and then it really, really like changed his mindset about everything? That's the exact same thing that's happened with short squeezes. Everybody thinks that everything that's shorted can go up. Okay, man, thanks. And this is not just for you. I'm trying to help everybody here, Fatima. I don't know if you're doing this or not. This is not necessarily directed at you. It's directed at the general public. Everybody has this fascination with heavily shorted stocks, which is cool. They can go up, but the thing is, just because a stock has high short interest does not mean that it's going to go up. Most stocks that are heavily shorted like that, there's a reason. So everybody sees it and they're like, oh, yes, this is the next whatever it is. And that's going to piss some people off. But at the same time, it's like, I'm trying to give you guys the reality of a lot of these situations here. And it's helping a lot of you. And I literally don't care if somebody's going to come in here and just like spew nonsense. We've been right every step of the way. All right, here we go. This is getting interesting here with SPY. Got out of your SPY put a bit early. Oh, well, that's fine. A little bounce here off these lows. Let's see. Like, does anybody think that's not what's happening? It is. All right, team, keep smashing that like on the way in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. The midday crew has been awesome recently. You guys have been awesome. All right, let's see here. Any ticker, any news coming in? Let's check Twitter really quick, see if there's anything crazy happening or if it's just nonsense. I mean, I've cleaned up my, what do you call it? Let me see if there's any news. Not yet. Nope. Nothing crazy going on right now, I don't think. I haven't seen anything pop through the news feed. This just looks like a little bait and switch here. Did I go over Apple earnings yet? Yeah, they're pricing in about 5. Up 2.22% on the day. Done trading. Got some out of the money. Apple strength. Okay, so Moto, if you're ever if you're going to be trading earnings, I personally don't get them until like the last 15 minutes until close. The reason for that is that I want the strangle to be equal. I want there to be equal dollar amounts on either side in terms of where the strikes are. Because right now, if you have your strangle, let's say you're like this and price is in here. And I'll move it like this to show you. So these are the two strikes and price is going to be in the middle here. You could see price go like this. And then you have like an offset strangle. So you could be up big on one side and then it flies into the other side and doesn't get there on earnings and you can get screwed. Ever since you met me, you laugh, smile, and crack more jokes. I don't know about that. I talk a lot about smoking crack on here. Your fly is fucking that linen. Appreciate it, buddy. You should have told me this like an hour ago. Moto, I've told you guys this every single time I've ever traded earnings. That's when I get them. I mean, but think about it logically. It's like, I want to get the contracts with the least amount of time until close, so it's not going to move as much on me. Apple quietly breaking. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's down 2.5 right now. SPY's back above that level here. Yes, I know. Moto, I've told you this. What are you doing? You getting all willy-nilly on Apple earnings? Come on, bro. It's priced in 5% is not bad. One of the biggest trades that I've actually, I missed out. I think I locked in one day when I was playing Apple, like $2,000. It might have been less. I think it might have been like $600. Yeah, this is why it pissed me off. I think I locked in about $600 on an Apple strangle. I think it was 2 years ago in like the summer. But the problem is that I sold the calls too early. Like I had some runners and I was like letting them go. And if I held them up until where I wanted to, I would have made like $4,000. And I was emotionally damaged by that. But again, it's earnings. You can't. Don't be giving me game on Linen, bro. Next thing you know, that's all I'm going to see people wear. I'm going to have to change up my style again. Dude, the linen is electric. I don't know why you wouldn't wear linen. You could just sell them and reposition at the end of the day if you feel like it. Yeah, you could. Even if you're running out of settled cash, technically you're holding it into the next day, so you could do it. Maybe I'll go balls deep on one-way strangles. You're going to go balls deep on a blown-up account then. Like, that's how that's going to work if you do that. All righty. Oh, fuck. I love the midday crew. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. Keeping the green streak alive over here, staying disciplined, not doing anything stupid. Putin, allegation that Russia blew up Nord Stream is crazy. All right, bro. We don't need to be getting into your conspiracy theories over here. Oh, and the Bank of England confirmed the gilt sales on November 1st. So that's going to be interesting next week. So it starts again today. It's like, this is getting crazy. Listening to the Putin speech today, the whole thing is crazy. Linen bed sheets? No. Dude, I'm telling you, here's what you need to do. I have the most comfortable bed of all time. And you know what it is? It's all UGG. Dude, this MACD is filthy. This new MACD is nasty with the SPY here. I'm telling you guys. Don't take my word for it. Go test it out. UGG bed sheets and linen. UGG is flannel? No, UGG is soft. TLT headed back up. Is it that time? No, not yet. Like what's the trigger for it? Like, yeah, there's some people buying bonds right now, but there's no rush. I'm waiting for the rush. There is, I mean, you could get leaps on it. The problem is I see TLT coming down below 90 and then zip. Because I do think the 10-year can hit 4.5. I think if we get the 10-year up to 4.5, I think that's when I would start maybe scaling in on some of those leaps. And it would probably be a big trade too on the TLT. Because I think that thing can go. It just depends on if it depends on what happens when. It may not be a play, but I do foresee it being it's something to keep an eye on. But if it happens, it's bigger than any play that everybody would think of. And you guys heard it here first. Guys, how long have I been talking about this TLT trade? Like, I've told you guys about this since like March, that there's a TLT play coming, and I didn't know if it was up or down. We saw this down one, which is a little bit slower. It wasn't as aggressive, but the up move I think is going to be crazy. So we'll see when it flashes the buy signal, but it's not yet. I'm not worried about it either. It's more so like stack up enough cash to like have enough money to throw at it when it hits for it to be very meaningful. Like if it's another one that I think it could be, 10 grand turns into $1 million. But it depends. It depends on the situation that we're in. Biggest buy signal, emergency rate cut. That's the biggest buy signal, emergency rate cut. Or there's two. Emergency red cut or Fed buying bonds. There's those two. But that would only happen if they went out of control, which then we would already be positioned for the TLT for them to come in and start buying bonds. So like it all has to do with where the yields are and where we are in the tightening cycle. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. It's not there yet for the big one. I don't really want to fuck around with it. In the meantime, it's pretty volatile. I'm not trying to predict bond movements in like a week time frame. Like that's not. I don't care. I'll just trade Tesla, SPY, Apple, Nvidia, AMD, and make a bunch of money that way. Ooh, we got some news coming through, I think. Biden, things are looking up following the third quarter 2022 GDP report. Hey, Biden, do you realize that also gives the Fed the ability to raise interest rates more? You fucking dum-dum. Sorry. Sorry. It's true, though. It is what it is over there. The Fed can now come in and be like, Let's see. AMD thoughts on what, though? Like right now? This is slow movement to the downside. I probably wouldn't touch this. I mean, you're seeing these rims. If you're going to go in for literally like quick 2 or 3% scalps, cool, yeah, but I'm not. This is not what I'm. The bulk of the move has already happened. Let's see. Good for the economy, bad for the markets. At some point, yeah. Let's see. Isn't SPY oversold? Yeah, it should be. Right, by now it should be. I mean, it is technically in oversold territory, but not by much. It's got some ways to go if it wants to. It was oversold on this little shoot down almost to 380 here. We were getting there. Calls on linen. Dude, linen, I'm telling you, linen is sweet. Also, this dude sort of fucked up this part of my hair, which is kind of annoying. I got to go to the other guy next time. Let's see. Woo. Let's see. All right. SPY bouncing off that support level that we have here. That was a little fake out there. A little fake out to the downside. You know, they're trying to fake some people out, trying to get some puts down to 380. They're going to defend 380 really hard. It depends on what happens with Apple, Amazon, and Intel earnings, though. And then tomorrow, what do we have? PCE? We get employment cost index, PCE, core PCE, real disposable income, real consumer spending, UMich consumer sentiment. Holy shit. Pending home sales. Oh, my Lord. Tomorrow's crazy. Let's see. Pirate, you're down today. Here's the thing, buddy. Here's the thing. If you are ever red, losing trades is one of the best things that you can do. And I know this sounds shitty, but if you know exactly why you lost and how to not do it again, that's a superpower. You have to be able to identify why you lost. Any trade that I lose, I look at it and I say, why did I lose this? Why did I buy this here? What was I seeing? And why did I do this? Up $6,000? Fuck yeah, buddy. There you go. So when I look at those things, yesterday, great example. Remember, I got stopped out in the morning. And then I proceeded to murder Nvidia way back into the green. But why did I lose in the morning? Well, I was a little bit willy-nilly trying to catch the downside move, thinking that it was going to happen quick. It didn't. And here's the thing, too. I told everybody that I didn't want puts. I didn't. And I let my emotions get the best of me. And I thought we were going to see that downside move. I had an emotional trade. And I ended up getting bought in the ass. Bit in the ass. Let's see. Ryan, we will try and get there, buddy. But then I look at my winning trades. And I'm like, why did I win this? Well, I scaled out. I set my stops where they needed to be. And boom, killed it. That L stands for lesson. Yeah. Up $6,000 though, buddy. Murder Game Mafia. Fuck yeah, dude. There you go. All right, team. Again, we're 13 likes away from 100. I appreciate that. The goal for today is 300. I want to see if we can get there. I want to see if we can run it all the way up there. Can't wait to buy a Mullen. Look cool. Yeah, I mean, eventually they could do well. I just want everybody to stop, like, hyping the fuck up out of it and creating these crazy theories and leading people to the slaughter. Once that happens, then we're good to go on it. It just leads people to disappointment. And even if I do buy it, I probably won't say anything because then everybody's going to do something stupid. Hit the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Nvidia 5-minute rimmer, is that momentum building to the upside? Honestly, I think things are waiting for Apple and Intel and Amazon earnings. Unless something crazy comes through the news feed that causes us to make a giant move and the volume comes back in, I think the market's kind of bracing itself. Remember, it's also lunchtime. So at this part of the day is usually when things start to slow down a little bit. And after 1:15 is when they start to pick back up. Ryan, I have not. Do I ever play 30-minute charts? I do not. I was asking because I was curious about your thoughts on SPY crossing to the downside in the 30. Thanks, brother. Hope everything's printed today. Austin, that's a really good question. And I want to go through the reasoning behind why I don't. So for day trading, I personally want to be in the trade as early as possible. I want to know where the move is going, and I want to get into that move early. Now, here's the problem here. If you were playing this 5-minute cross down on the SPY here, you're at 382. You ride it all the way, maybe down to this level here. You start scaling it out. That's almost that's a $2 move in the SPY. That's big money to be made right there. This was the trade on this move down. If you look at the 30-minute, you're already late. You've already missed a big move. So for me, the 5-minute for day trades is the sweet spot. What I'll use the 30 and the 1 hour for, though, which is, I think this is a good point to make, is where the 13s, 48s, and 200s are on those time frames, because that is another level that can be used as a dynamic level of support and resistance. I won't enter trades based on those crosses. I think you're late on them, but I will use the levels that they have in terms of where the 13s, 48s, 200s are as key levels of potential support and resistance. I don't do it all the time, but when somebody brings it up, Scar likes to bring them up a lot too. But yeah, okay, good. I'm happy that makes sense. Let's see here. SPY's slipping a little bit. Let's see. Welcome to everybody filtering in over here. Love you guys. Let's see. Let's see. How's the gains channel doing today? How you guys doing? Fucking 14, 1 point. Oh my Lord. 7% on the account, 6% on the account. Jesus. 2%, 18% on the account. Jesus. 7. Wow. You guys are killing it, man. Shout out to all of you guys. If you guys do want to hop in there with us before all of the new fancy special stuff ends up coming out, the link is in the top of the live chat, but I'll throw it in here for you guys too. Again, the morning crew been slaughtering it. Trading with Gabe, you guys have been killing it too. We say we're the best for a reason. If you guys want to come check it out, come in for a month, join us. You won't be disappointed. Let's do it, man. If you want to come take your trading to the next level and actually start taking it seriously, we're the place for you, man. 13%. Jesus. You're up 25% on the month yourself. Clayton, beast, bro. You guys are monsters, man. I love seeing it. I'm so proud of all of you guys. There's so much nonsense out there that those of you guys who have actually come in and learned with us and really, really taken it seriously, I love seeing you guys win. What's the new secure the bag indicator? It's just another level of it's a visual cue on your charts to make sure that you guys are securing the bag. So that combined with my stop loss strategy is going to set you guys up for a lot of success. 1 week, 63%. Oh yeah, Sean, didn't you join on like Friday? The week isn't even over, buddy. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's amazing, dude. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. Retail making money. I know, dude. That's fucking awesome. I love seeing that there. Didn't you make $5,000 today too? That's awesome, man. That is freaking amazing. I know you guys run up your accounts like that. Some $9,200 on the week. Fuck, Jesus. Yeah, guys, that link is floating around in the chat if you guys want to hop in there. But I mean, it is what it is. You want to come? Cool. If not, hopefully you're making money. Can't, dude. $9,200 in a week. It's fucking crazy. All right, team. Let's see. Yeah, SPY hanging around a little bit here. Again, I think that 380 is going to be defended pretty heavily. We'll see, though. I think it's just going to bounce around until Apple and Amazon earnings. Had bad risk management today. Wiped out my games in the past week. Not super mad, though. Just getting started. There you go. I mean, again, if you know exactly what your problem was, you're able to fix it, you know? So, like, my main issues that I've ever had in trading are... It's not so much risk management. It is a little willy-nilly. So taking trades that I may not actually fully like. But it's been when I'm already very green on the day, it's continuing trading. So now I just stopped, dude. I'm like, I'm done. And my account just went whoop. And I was like, oh, this is great. Morning SV and everybody. Thanks all of you. I broke my streak of 2,000 a week on calls and puts. Fuck yeah, dude. There you go. All right. SPY moving up off of this level here. Nice. There we go. Let's see if it can get above that 13. If you get that closing candle above, I'd say you're in for a little bit of upside here. Tessie moving up. Yeah, if it gets above VWAP, you could see it run a little bit here. But other than that, I would say burn it. Just because you can look at here, rejected, came up a little bit, tried to get above the 48, rejected. Same thing here, it could happen. If it ends up getting above VWAP, I think you can see it run a little bit. But again, the market is bracing itself for Apple, Amazon, Intel. That's what we're really looking at here. And again, oh my God, you guys are slaughtering it on the like button. I appreciate that, team. 1348 gang showing up good. And I mean, again, like Sean, dude, that $9,200 win makes like, it's a hard feeling to like explain, like telling you guys how, like when you guys win and you're like, holy shit. I mean, obviously it makes me feel very good, but it's just a weird feeling. It's like, this is amazing. Neo, what's up with Neo? It's moving a little here. Here's how I would play Neo. Ready? You're seeing it cross up. You're seeing it moving up here. What I would do was essentially risk VWAP and essentially the 13 here and have like a take profit up here at 10, like one take profit up here at like 1043. That's what I would do. Could I post it in the Discord and you can share it here? Yeah, Sean, you can post it in the Discord. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see that. We got a good thing going. Also looking forward to the super secret stuff that's coming up. Oh, yeah. Get ready for that. Apple's slipping a little bit lower here with the SPY holding on. All right. Mr. Apple. Let's see. Apple slipped there a little bit. The SPY's moving back up. Let's see. I mean, you did that. You essentially test 380 or 13 cents off, and the buyer stepped up. Huh. Interesting there. Come on. And Nancy hitting that little resistance level. Can't get above. You got 4 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. See if we can close above that 13. Let's see. What's the dollar doing? Nothing. 10-year rejecting off the 48. Let's see. All right, folks. What do we got here? Did Amazon sell its Rivian shares? I don't know. Is that coming through the feed or is that just I mean, they might be taking a serious loss on their balance sheet. What has Rivian done in the last what has Rivian done in the last quarter? I bet it's shat itself. Where is it? Like, look at this on the daily. Wait. It hasn't done that bad. It might be up, honestly, over the last quarter. I mean, let's go 3 month. Yeah, they might be a little green on the Rivian shares this quarter. Not by enough to really make a meaningful difference, but there you go, Vic. Share it with the live stream, please. I will. This is Sean, what Sean has done. Let me see if I can pull this up right here quick. So this is what Sean did. 62% on his account in the last week since he joined us. $9,000. Dude. Monster. Monster. Fuck yeah, buddy. Dude, I love to see that. Sean, thanks for sharing that, buddy. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate seeing that. But that's awesome, man. Everybody, give a nice little congratulations to Sean. He's been with us for a week and is already up 60-something% on his account. That's fucking crazy. That link, if you guys want to hop in there too, is in the top of the live chat. I'll throw it in the actual chat here as well. I mean, the results speak for themselves, man. They really do. Dumb question, but you're curious. When you say that you're waiting on a candle to close above or below the EMA, do you mean like a wick? No. I mean like an actual new candle, like a new candle opening. Yeah, you think you need to switch off Robinhood? You can if you want to. I like Webull better. It has a little bit more analytical ability. But again, if you're charting on TradingView, it's not that big of a deal. So like Austin, that's a candle closing and opening above the 13. That candle on the SPY right there. Let's see. That's a good question. About the candle? Yeah, that's a very good question. So, I mean, that's usually what I'll wait for. Again, I'm not interested in really trading SPY around these ranges here, especially at this time of the day. You guys know me. I like to stay very disciplined in where I like to trade and where I don't like to trade. Okay, awesome. Thanks, brother. Loki wondered about that for a while. Always slipped my mind to ask. That makes more sense now. Dude, anytime, buddy. I'm always here to answer your questions. Anytime. All right. Apple fucking around near the lows. 12 cents away. Putin praises Saudi crown prince's balanced position on the oil market. Thanks, everyone. Very happy. Sean, here's the name of the game now. Don't give it back. Do not give it back. Just bagged another 10% on SPY. Done for the day. Dude, you leave some money for everybody else, guys. Jesus. Monsters over here. All right. Oh, also, if you guys, I think we mentioned this earlier, but for those of you guys that missed it, the gilt sales are going to be beginning on November 1st. So that means that these yields are probably going to come up. I'm guessing they're going to do their best to try and find the spots where there's nice demand, and they're not going to try and screw around with these yields, or they're just going to dump. Like, they will just dump on everybody. After hours earnings play? Nah. What's the point? What's the point? I mean, it's just gambling. How will Apple do today? Honestly, I think, again, I said this about Apple and Amazon. I'm bearish into both of their earnings, but that does not mean that you should trade based off of that and willy-nilly YOLO buy puts. I personally think that they're not going to do very well, but again, that's just my expectation, and it's a literal guess. You guys know how I trade earnings. If you've been around here for long enough, you know I like to play those strangles if I'm going to do them based on what the market's pricing in. I don't think I'm doing them this quarter. It doesn't what's the point? You guys have seen all of the gains I've been making intraday, and I like the consistency of it. If you merge your Robinhood into Webull, how long does it take? You don't want to miss out on the big move. I think 5 days. I think it's 5 days. I'm not sure, though. I've never had a Robinhood account. VWAP is volume weighted average price. So it's essentially based on volume. What would the price reflect in terms of where the volume steps in? Are we going to be Chevron oil barons? Probably not. I mean, I'm not playing earnings. It's like, because I'm really more curious about how these earnings affects the market versus just playing the actual event. Let's see. Check Twitter DM. I will. Let's see. Okay. I'll have to take a deeper look into that later, buddy. Amazon and Apple guidance will be discouraging even if their earnings are adequate. That's what I'm expecting as well. But here's the thing: if they're not and their guidance is all right, it almost means that inflation's entrenched, and that's really bad. We've seen it out of some of these credit card companies, and a lot of people are buying things now because we've talked about this in the past. But if people expect prices to maintain the same amount, like the same level of elevated prices now as they will be in 6, 8, 12 months, then they will just buy the fucking thing now, because what's the point of waiting? If it's a discretionary good and they want it, why wait if they expect the price to stay the same or even go up? But if they think prices are going to go down, then they'll wait and not buy it now. So it's almost a mixed bag. You can interpret a lot of the data that's coming out recently in two different ways. You can say, okay, well, if their guidance is bad, they're probably going to sell off, and that's not going to have as much of a terrible effect on the market. You can also read it as, well, if people are not going to be buying things now, then they think inflation is going to go down, which actually means that we could see inflation go down, because it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy in a lot of cases. That's why you don't want people just buying shit now in a large enough way. And that's also why the labor market needs to slow down a little bit. All right, team. Keep hitting that like button on the way in. I would appreciate it over there. You're gonna go home after work and write in the notebook, take profits 100,000 times. I mean, don't do that, buddy. You don't have to do that. It's just you have to think. I think what would actually help you more, Gingy, go back, watch the stop loss video that I posted for you guys. And two, go on the compound interest calculator, print out the sheet of having a goal of 1% a day, understand what that dollar amount is, and have it next to you when you're trading. You hit that dollar amount, done. You hit it, done. Because sometimes your trades can get you over that amount, and you're like, all right, well, I've exceeded my goal for the day, and I'm done. It's all about having your goal, and if you're above or below it, and knowing where that goal will take you along the way. Like if you think 1% a day, if that's what you're able to average, which is again over time is difficult to do. It takes a lot of consistency, and again, it's not something that's like you can't just sit here and say, yes, I'm going to make 1% every single day. It's possible. But you're going to have bigger green days. You're going to have red days. It's going to be mixed in there. But if you have that next to you as your goal, it creates a mental backstop to say, all right, well, if I continue on this route, this is where I get to in 6 months. Because we're not trying to get rich in a day. No matter what you see on social media, on anything like that, you're not trying to get rich in a day. If you try to, you're going to blow up your account. Add inflationary pressures on food and energy and what people will decide to spend their money on. But that's also just a guess unless you've been monitoring consumer spending. Yeah, we can take a look at that. All this Johnny from Russia, how much of an effect will carry into the market if they act, or is it all speculation? Well, are you talking about the nukes? So you're talking about the nukes. Russia said it's like not completely off the table. And then the US said, oh, yeah, it's not completely off the table for us either. So I think that settles things down a little bit because we've both said, hey, if you do something, we're going to do something. So it's almost like a Cold War type of deal. Gingy, let me help. $200 a day for 20 days equals $4,000. If you do that for 6 months, 24K. And in a year, 48 grand. Let that sink in. There you go. Apple puts are tomorrow at 101. Dude, it's a gamble, man. If you're going to hold one directional puts going into earnings, you're completely gambling. And I would say you have to consider that money lit on fire, pooped on, peed on, thrown in the trash. Like it's not. If you're going one directional on options going into earnings, unless they're free, it's gambling, and it's not a repeatable strategy. If you hit it, you're lucky. If you don't hit it, you have to know that you did something stupid. That's a lot of trading too. A lot of trading is not making that one really, really, really stupid decision. Being able to just keep yourself disciplined and not emotionally make a stupid bad decision where you size up, let the trade go against you for longer is. If you can avoid doing that, you're going to outperform everybody. All right. SPY fucking around a little bit here. Same thing with Nancy. Rivian, Apple new lows below 145. That's interesting. That is interesting there. Where's TLT? Is it selling? Where are the bonds? Nah, it's not that big of a move. Dude, I'm out of liquid IV too, which sucks. And Starlight, you also have to remember Apple's at 145. I didn't even realize that when you said that message. Let's make some smart decisions here. Let's not YOLO gamble on stuff. It's not helping anybody. The people that have performed the best with us in Trade 1348 have listened to the things that we've said and said, all right, compounding, stack up the small gains, hit those base hits, and you're good to go. Every once in a while, if you have enough, like if you've been killing it, you can take a shot at something. But why is Nvidia so much stronger than AMD? Could be due to the product offerings. And Nvidia was moving off of, I believe it was the Facebook news, which was interesting. There's something about it. Even just talking about it isn't good on Fast Stock News either. Yeah, that's not great across the board to see like them talking about nukes. Tuned out of the market last couple weeks. What happened to Revlon? It probably did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Rev, yeah, this dog shit. It's gone. I think I could look, but I told. Wasn't it a buyout or? Oh, there was something there. Revlon news. Yeah, they got delisted. Yeah, it was dog shit. Again, I tried to tell you. I tried. People were buying up a bankrupt stock, and I was sitting here every single day saying, bullshit, 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 bullshit. And again, I try to lead people in the right direction. I've done it a lot. And it's all about logic. Like, you got to think about what the logical outcome is of some of these situations, and then making your decisions accordingly. Revlon was a piece of shit trade. Could you have made money to the upside if you're trading the technicals on it? Yes, but a lot of people were then saying Revlon to 100, and that's just there to screw over retail investors. Gator bait, exactly. That's where gator bait came from. Again, there's a lot. I have a long track record of calling things, and I'm like, yeah, this is bullshit. And then eventually people are like, nah, you're wrong. And then I'm like, okay, give it a couple weeks, and then boom, critical damage. It's like, it is what it is, man. All right, so SPY's popping up here a little bit. Let's see if it's gonna get that move up here. I mean, they really are trying to buy this thing up above 380. Some people just can't handle the truth. It's sad, man. Then you're the bad guy for speaking the truth. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, people send me death threats and stuff and do all that thing. They try to, like, they're like, oh, I'm gonna get you. And I'm like, fucking run it, dude. Like, get your nonsense out of here. Because at the end of the day, all of you guys in here, I would say, know that I'm always looking out for the best interest of everybody. And I don't ever say anything without having a very strong reasoning behind it. So people can get mad at it all they want. I'm not going to sit here and basically pander to the masses and give them what they want to hear for clicks and views like everybody else does. Remember, 90% of traders and investors fail. I'm not going to let any of you guys be a part of that statistic. It's not going to happen. Not a financial advisor. No, I'm not. I give my opinion, though, on a lot of things. I'm not managing your money. And then people come in here and get mad at me after I said something was going to happen. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, tell you directly? No. Or sell it for you, go into your account? No. But my opinions have been pretty solid. Let's see. And that's really what it is, too. It's just telling the truth about situations. It's not hard to do. And it's taking the emotions out of it. People can't handle the truth? No, they can't, which is why everybody loses their fucking minds all the time. All right, team. Enough of that. Let's see what's going to happen with the market here. SPY's coming up to VWAP. Let's see. You're still having a hard time finding the levels. What are the correct levels for SPY? I mean, technically, there's not any like correct level. There's going to be different levels. Like, mine are not exact. I mean, I have this level right here at 380.68. I've got some upside levels at right around 389. And I'm playing off of them. I mean, when I saw SPY coming down to this level today, this is when I was getting out of Nvidia. I couldn't catch the SPY on this move down because I always like to wait for it. If I'm getting puts, I wanted it to, honestly, ideally, I wish this candle closed up here and you had two more of these candles coming down. I would have hit this. It didn't, but we knew in the morning stream, we were calling this out that it was most likely going to bounce off of here. Some of you guys fucking big balled it and took calls off of this. I didn't. I was like, that's kind of crazy. But knowing where those levels are important. Now, we did blow through it. We came back up, retested, and came back to the upside. So this is more of a fake out here. I don't think they're going to try and push it below 380 before Apple earnings, but that 380.70, 380.69 level has been pretty solid recently. Tessie boom. There you go. SB always looking out for the team. Dude, at the end of the day, like, yes, that is what it is. Because there's so many people out there that are just like fucking you guys over. And I'm like, I'm not having that. And I will be the biggest asshole on the internet if I need to get in front of like people to try and help them. People get upset if they don't follow you and you're right. They get upset if they follow you and you're wrong. I'm here because I appreciate your insight and knowledge. I make my own decisions. Exactly. Exactly. All right. SPY back up to the 200 here. Let's see. Let's see. Can I check on Airbnb? It's been jumping 120, 112 all week. Max Pain. No, not Max Pain. Housing data. That's what it would be. Max Pain is not as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Like, if you look at this right here, how much housing data has come out this week? A decent amount. And that's going to affect Airbnb pretty significantly, along with overall broad market moves. When's their earnings? Airbnb. Coming up too. So yeah, November. November 1st. So you can see a little bit more volatility on this thing too with their earnings coming up. Like Max Pain has to do with hedging. Like it's just where it would go if they're fully hedging it. Thanks. You're welcome, buddy. It's more due to real estate data. Let's see. Nancy at the 48. Where's Tassie? Where's Tassie here? It's trying. It's trying. Tassie got that nice jump over VWAP there. Economists at BlackRock are telling financial advisors that they expect pivot language at the next Federal Reserve meeting when they expect Powell to announce a 75 basis point hike followed by two what? Two smaller ones and a pause to get us to around 475. Yeah, that's not a pivot though. This is what people don't understand. So this is a quoted tweet from Fast Stock News about he's quoting Gasparino, which again, whatever. It's literally just data. That's not a pivot though. I don't think that that's a pivot because where has the terminal rate been this entire time? Where have we expected the Fed to take rates? 4.5 to 5. In my mind, a pivot would be not getting all the way there. It's just doing where we were getting to where we thought we were going to go anyway. And then everybody might lose their mind about like, oh my God, the Fed's going to pivot once we're at fucking 5%. Like, come on now. Like, that's just it's what everybody expects anyway. Come on. Yeah, so it's the same. Exactly. It's like, let me think if I can see if I don't even know of a good example. The pivot is a change in direction. No, I agree. So right, but I didn't expect them. I don't think anybody expected them to hike 75 all the way into 450 and to 5. I don't think anybody expected that. So technically they would be pivoting down, but we're getting to the same endpoint anyway. So it's like, But the real pivot is going to be when we see all this economic data come up. You did? Oh, interesting. I didn't think that. They even said they might hold rates at 4% for all of 2023. Well, if they do, that's pivot. Any weight to the people rushing to I bonds? I mean, it makes sense that they would. Yields are high. You're locking in a rate, but you can only put what, 20 grand in them? Is it possible to get the stochastic indicator back instead of the ADX? If you save the charts, you can put the stochastic back on it. And then search for any stock, and then you're good to go. All right, guys. Almost halfway to the like goal for the day. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. All right. So SPY rejecting off the 200. Tassie, whole lot of nothing going on right here. What's the rate hike? 91. I mean, we can look at this right here. The target rate. We can look at where they want it to be in March. 42% probability it's going to be 475 to 5. Okay, that's exactly where we thought it was going to go. May, same thing here. Highest probability. June, still highest probability. July, oh, it flips to 450 to 75. So that's pricing in rate cuts. And then September, Same deal, 450, 475, November. It's getting a little closer here, but still 450, 475. Then by December, I would say that 425 to 450 would be the highest one. Yep. So they're pricing in the Fed, running it up to 475 to 450, looking at the data, and then bringing it back down. So that's essentially what the market's expecting. You're currently up 200% on Apple. You might sell before earnings. I mean, Leo, being up 200% on a position, you can, unless you only have one contract, you can guaranteed make that free. Like fully guaranteed, you can make that free if you have multiple, more than one contract on that thing. Facebook calls, maybe. I mean, it was running here a little bit. This is flatlined, really. I wouldn't touch this thing. I mean, lower volume here too. If it's going to move, I'd say you're expecting it to happen over the next like few weeks. And then you also have Apple, Intel, Amazon earnings to watch out for. So if they miss, they could drag Facebook down a little bit more with it. So I would say no. Make it free. Yeah, dude, the make it free strategy is fire. I'm telling you, the make it free strategy and the stop loss strategy, I'm literally on a 11, 12, 10, 11, 12 day green streak. I'd have to look and see exactly what it is. But it's pretty fire. Let's see. Oh, shout out to all you guys on the like button too. And shout out to 1348 gang as well. You guys are awesome. You're pissed about Apple. You sold your YOLO 120 put for break even. Okay. Well, if you have a YOLO 120 put, that's only one, Leo, then I think you know what to do on that one. I think you know what to do there. Facebook puts printing. If you held through earnings, yeah, you killed it. If you were holding through earnings on Facebook, you murdered it, man. Congratulations. It's not going to happen every time on an earnings play, but good hit. Good hit. Let's see. Dude, I have no more liquid IV. I might have to go run out and get some before the private stream. I need that. I need that in my life. Leo was wild in this morning. Leo, what'd you do? Did you get amped up again? Let's see. We had to have some news hit super jumper midway through lunch. Not really. It's just dip buying off of it's just dip buying off of almost 380. That 300 meta call didn't pan out. Dude, it was at what? Before earnings? 130. What is that? Switch to Tito's. You're already done trading for the day. Silent. Why did you think that was a good idea? You bought over 100% out of the money calls on earnings. You bought 115 puts on Meta when it hit 135 yesterday. You murdered it. There you go. It's the most important day. It's your birthday. It's one of my buddies' birthdays too. So that'll be fun. We'll be going to dinner. Such a Tito's. You're done for the day? I mean, I could, but Meta's crap. I have to agree with you there. I mean, hopefully they can rally back as the market comes back up, but we'll see. We will see on that one. Let's see. You're glad you didn't get into Meta calls this morning? There was money to be made on this from like 98 up to here. That sweet Tesla cross up took earnings too soon, but still made $100 in a few seconds. Moto. Fuck yeah, buddy. There you go. Their growth story is currently null. Yeah, especially when they burn $3 billion fucking dollars on the metaverse, which I think is fake anyway. Like, come on now. Shop is on fire today. Well, they had good earnings. They had some good earnings up here, but here's the issue. Well, didn't they split? I think they split. Have a lot of companies missing on earnings. Definitely not a good sign for the market. No, I agree. SCV knows. Of course I do, bro. Like, come on. Good morning, team. D-boy, what's up, buddy? I mean, it is the afternoon now, but let's see here. All right, guys, keep smashing that like button on the way in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. And again, you guys know where to find us. You guys saw the amount of gains that people were making with 1348 today. If you do want to hop in, link is in the top of the live chat, but I'll throw it in here for those of you guys that are curious. If not, perfectly fine. You're going to miss out on some of the really crazy things that we have coming for you guys. I can't say exactly what it is yet, but even the stuff that we have now is revolutionary and game changing. Let's see. Market didn't pump off good GDP. Well, it did initially, but do you think Twitter will become public again? No, I don't. I think it's going to be a private company for a long time unless they completely turn the whole thing around. It starts printing money and then they bring it public back again, and then they can cash out and make a bunch of money. That would be what I see on Twitter. But I would say that's going to take a lot of time. Nvidia running looks like it's coming to at least VWAP. Yeah, so what I would again, same thing with that Neo play. I mean, here's what I would do on Nancy right here. I would just risk the 200, really, really, really tight stops at like 133, and then see if it wants to hit VWAP. Use that level as a potential level to start taking profits. But is this something that I would trade right now? Probably not. Probably not, especially at this point in the day. Unless the SPY breaks above the 200 and really starts to run, Nancy might just kind of pitter patter around here. Are you ready for next week's FOMC rate hike volatility? Dude, I can't fucking wait. I love volatility and when Powell opens his mouth. I'm like the amount of money that I make when Powell opens his mouth is ridiculous. Do you think the GDP numbers are legit? Are they pumped up for midterms? I'd say they're legit. If you look at what they did with trade, like a lot of what happened in GDP was with trade. So oil, guns, shit like that. Let's see. Nancy is reaching a little bit here. SPY's reaching a little. Apple's trying to move back up. Powell puts your print. We'll see if they use some pivot language, which we've seen a little bit. Do you buy strangles before Powell and then sell them into the swings? No, but you can. You can. So what I would do on Powell is as follows. I would buy a bunch of contracts on either side, but the total amount of the trade, I would treat it very similarly to earnings, and the total amount of the trade would be less than 1% of my account, and then I would set take profit levels at different points on either side. So what I would have is essentially if it flashes one way, I can scale out with the orders that I already have. And then as it comes back the other way, those other take profit orders can hit as well. And that would just be a strangle, but it's a gamble, which is why I don't do it that way. I usually just trade after the announcement comes out. This time I may not, just because I'd probably rather just make my money in the morning off any volatility and then wait it out and then see what happens over the next few days. Again, I'm very, very disciplined in what I'm doing in my trades now. I know a lot of you guys have seen it, and that's why I've went on this like 10, 11 day green streak. And I'm trying to help you guys get there too, because having that discipline and not letting anything knock you off the things that you want to trade is going to help you guys a lot more in the long term rather than just trying to like play fucking whack-a-mole with all these things. Apple earnings miss. And they might. I mean, it's a gamble. It's a gamble either way. Nobody knows. I mean, I would expect them to. I would expect them to not have great guidance, especially what happened with the production cuts and recalibrating demand. But again, at the end of the day, nobody knows. It's a gamble. That's why I always, anytime that I play earnings, even if in my nuts I feel that they're going to die, I will always play it both ways. Am I going to? No. Nice little 10% gain on a Ford call. Nice, dude. There you go. There you go. All right, let's see what we got here. Google acquires Twitter-backed Alter for $100 million. Only Steve Jobs knows? No. And yes, Jackson, if we did know that, I would exactly. If I knew exactly what would happen off of something, I would full port it every single time that I knew, and I'd be a billionaire. I am not. So again, I don't know. I expect Netflix to miss Q4 after setting wild boy expectations. Ooh, that's not bad. Taking your 22% gain on MP. There you guys go, man. There you go. Yeah, and if you're tired losing money and listening to all the circle jerking on social media with people leading you to the slaughter, come join us, man. We're the place for you. It's in the top of the live chat. I'll put it in here again for those of you guys that are curious, filtering in. Did you see Cook wave the F1 flag? No, I didn't see that. I did not see that. All right. Spy fucking around a little bit here. Let's see. Hopium free zone. I'll bring the Narcan. I'll bring the Narcan, man. Let's see. Meta's fighting hard to stay above 100, but struggling. You need to hit the 90 to 92 range and you'll close your puts. It's a big drop. Careful strangling with no time to the expiration too. If it doesn't move, you're fucked both sides of the trade. Right, which is why if I was going to do it, I would treat it like an earnings trade where I would like put $0 in it, like less than 1% of my account. When's the iPad Pro giveaway announcement? You guys are always trying to get me to give away stuff. I swear to God, when I get my P-State, you're going to be like, oh, you're giving it away, right? No. That thing's going to be put in like the highest security place and it's never going to, we can go for car rides in it. We can make YouTube videos and be like, I can take some of you guys who like I know. Like it wouldn't be somebody that I think would try and like shank me. But, you know, it takes me 3 or 4 trades a day to get 1% of your account. That's not normal, right? Feel like you're over trading. Depends. So, Chris, when you end up scaling out of your trades, do the trades run more or are you getting in a little bit later? Because getting 1% to your account, no matter how you really do it, don't make me drive it. I will, hot potato. I will make you drive it. License plate going to say 1348. It probably will. I'm telling you guys, I've said this before. I'll say it again. Trading with 1348 is literally going to make me millions of dollars. And again, I don't want you guys to feel left out, man. Like I've been talking about this since January. Let's see. I feel like I know you on a personal level. I promise not to touch your ankles. Okay, you're definitely not coming because you had to say you look like one of those TikTok FX kids. Oh, dude, I don't care. I'll just be like, look, I made all this money. Like you and Gabe should have streamed your drive to church. No. Nope. No, none of that. I was going to go to similar church this weekend. And then my friends were like, no, I don't want to go. And I was like, oh, come on. Hey, when it's pieces time for you, it might be GT2 RS for me. Dude, Sam, I think I know where you're at. I'll ship mine over there and we can go tool around by the water. Do you like the scenic drive on the thing? I think you've said it before where you're located. I'll ship that thing out there. We can go tool around. That's the thing. Like, I want everybody winning with us. Like, we're all going to get rich together. Like, we're not going to do any of this hopium bullshit. We're going to compound our gains up to crazy amounts and we're going to be good to go. What kind of church? Don't worry about it. Small account. I play single contracts. Sometimes they keep running, but usually not. I starting to keep track of how often I could have held to 10% without a serious dip. Oh, so you're not even letting them run up to 10. Okay. So I would say try and start playing stocks that are lower price where you can get multiple contracts and use the stop loss strategy. Do I feel pressure to help my family using 1348? No. I mean, my dad is always like, I want the algos. And I'm like, I can't give them to you. It's like, I'm not doing this. Not even he knows the special sauce. Such nice roads to drive there. You guys aim so high. Why not? Why wouldn't we aim really high? All right, SPY rejecting off the 200 there. I think we're going to see chop until the end of the day with all the nonsense leading up into earnings here. Do. As he said, one trading bot. Dude, he's always like, I want it. I'm like, you can't. Sorry. Is AMC going to touch 650? It might, depending on where the market wants to go off of Apple and Amazon Intel earnings. You never know. Oh, you guys are You're over. We're over halfway there to the like goal today, guys. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, make sure you drop a like on the stream. It helps us out a little bit over here. It also helps you guys find these streams back again. If you guys do want to come back, which I hope you do. I like having all you guys here. It's fun. Thanks, man. No problem. No problem. Church of putting girls through college. No, I mean, I'm not paying for college tuitions, man. I mean, why would I do that? Let's see. SPY moving down. Here we go. Here we go. You went in on the put this morning, stopped out at 15, riding an 8 green. Oh, 15 in the green, riding an 8-day green streak. There you go. You only paid $20 for that. Apple put it sitting at 70, but if they miss, that could be a lottery ticket. Yeah, it can, but it can also Lucifer. I did. DM Ohio tagged me, and I haven't watched it yet because I saw it when I was on stream. Oh, in the red? Are you still green on the day though? This is confusing to me. When she pays her tuition once. Stop. I know. I know the joke, guys. Come on. McDonald's calling the daily. Beware the gap. Hey, man. If you're on an 8-day green streak and you get stopped out at 15, I mean, you should be fine. Just start another streak. I'm still riding my 10, 11-day green streak. Dollar going? Where's the dollar going? No, dollar's not doing anything right now. Thank goodness for 1348 money. I'm too old and flabby to be a stripper. Dude, hey, it is what it is. You never know. Somebody will love you. Need to come back to finish green. I wouldn't push it. Great, babe. There's not too much going on here. Learning how to lose and just eat your loss and be done for the day is a very important skill. Because think about it this way. If you then get into another trade and then it goes against you, you're going to feel like a shithead. Shining Wiz, what's up, buddy? Let's see. SV took the no emotion thing to heart, getting Zuck vibes. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm 10, 11 green days in a row, and I feel nothing. It's just, okay, next day. Except he dresses better than Zuck. Dude, I saw the video of Zuckerberg, like, learning, like, either it was, I don't remember if it was Muay Thai or if it was MMA, like, just random sparring with, like, the MMA gloves. But I was like, dude, I get that you need some good cardio, but just fucking pay a guy, dude. Like, come on. If somebody's trying to come get Zuck's 2 weeks of training is gonna do fuck all. Like, you used to hate taking a loss. Now I just hate taking a big one. Yeah. Well, yeah, same deal. You don't want to be taking big losses. Everyone has a kink. True. All of your guys is ankles. So don't think I don't know. I know you guys have those pictures saved. I know. You can be a metaverse stripper. Oh, you could. I think that's a thing now, isn't it? You guys messing around with Dixie? Guys, Dixie doesn't really move a whole lot. And if you're going to trade something on it, you're trading UUP, which is going to be like, look at the chain on it. It's not, it's a swing. You can't, like, look, this week calls are a penny and it needs to move 30 cents. This is no fun here. SCHW on watch, which way? Up. Oh boy. That's interesting there. No, I saw Zuck striking a little bit. I definitely saw him trying to throw some fucking leg kicks. Yeah, it's a slow mover. No, 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 he didn't. No, he didn't. No way. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, Michael Burry has no tweets. Don't be coming in there with that type of stuff here. You're thinking about calls on TLT, feeling the Treasury might need to bail out the Fed's mess. If they announce bond purchases, then yes. Other than that, no. Spy slipping over here. What is the news on? I don't see anything on Schwab. Another 22% on Lockheed. Jesus, Elgene. Freaking war dog over there. Printed money on Lockheed Martin. Sup, y'all? Super Dad Dusty. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Won't go red. That could just be IV. But that doesn't mean anything about underlying share price, Leo. Let's see here. Let's see. So I think Google could hit 90. What's it at now? $3. That's not that much. Yeah, I think it could. It was 91.90 this morning. Yeah, I think it could. You think Pinterest is gonna rip after earnings? Again, guys, I feel like we go over this a lot. Earnings is a gamble. Anytime I'm gonna be playing earnings, it's either way. Pinterest notoriously prices in a lot for earnings. So I'd be careful about that. What's new? Not much, Joe. Hopefully you're doing good, buddy. Let's see. Oh, we're 25 likes away from 200. Appreciate you, team. Shout out the Midday crew. I love you guys. All right. Spy fucking around a little bit here. Again, it's just going to chop around until the end of the day, I think. Nothing too crazy. News on Schwab is that they have a 10% conversion rate on Ameritrade clients showing. Oh, interesting. Let me see. Because there might be something else. No, I don't. Oh, but I did open Twitter. Hold on. Let's see. Fast stock news. 52 minutes ago, fall business update live at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So that was a while ago. Let's see. What's up with Twitter? Is it closing tomorrow? Yeah, if the deal goes through, Twitter is no longer a publicly traded stock and it's gone. No more. So be careful. That's why I'm not going anywhere near it. I mean, anything above, like, options make 0 sense. Shares, the arbitrage really isn't there anymore. What's it at now? Oh, yeah, definitely not. This thing's not moving. Zuckerberg's wealth has shrunk by 100 billion from its peak a year ago, the biggest wealth lost by one person in history. I don't think that's true. I think what's his name? Masayoshi's son? I think he's um I think he had the biggest loss. He was talking about it with what's his name? Rubenstein, David Rubenstein. Great educational vibe in here. Skinny Jamaican. I appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was Masayoshi's son, but he did it in like a day. So maybe the year's different. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's not Zuck. Imagine that's one of your accolades, and it's like at the end of your life, and they're like, one of the things that Mark Zuckerberg has accomplished is that he was the person with the biggest 1-year wealth loss in history. He will be the one to blow up. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I tried to help him. I tried. Why? Let that sink in. Dude, that was funny. Trimming the weeds and wondering if your Fubo call 1 month out. Bought it one day before they decided to give up on gambling. Oh boy. Zuck is trying to be Batman. Dude, he would be like dollar store Batman. He'd be so bad at it. That in itself should make you income with the interviews alone, public speaking. With Zuck? Yeah. He could hang his hat on that in the metaverse. Apple new lows? Yeah, it did. 144.81. Yeah, we don't really need Twitter up here. Where's Tassie? Tesla. See here. Apple acting like Meta did yesterday. I mean, they were pricing in 5. It might be a little bit more going into close, depending on when the IV runs out. Apple's usually one of my favorite companies to play earnings on, but I don't think I'm doing it this quarter. It doesn't make any sense. Bruce Wayne would never lose that kind of money. I'm pretty sure he did in either Batman Begins or The Dark Knight, because weren't they going to shut down like Wayne Industries or whatever because they were bankrupt, and he was broke then? What's up with Schwab? It's running. I mean, they have some like meeting going on right now. It's getting streamed. Was it The Dark Knight? Yeah. Well, it is what it is. You know? I don't know. I mean, you guys know I'm a Batman fan, but you never know. Batman Beyond is underrated. Isn't Batman Beyond like a cartoon? It would be pretty cool if Apple crashes. Not for the market. Apple's almost like the last frontier. They really haven't been breaching those 52-week lows. Where is it? 128. They could do it on earnings if they swan dive. Am I Batman? No. Decent show. Dark Knight Rises is good. The Dark Knight's the best Batman movie ever made. And if you have anything different to say, I just think you're incorrect. Zuck going all in on making sure he pays 0 capital gains. Dude, imagine that. He comes out and he's like, tax the rich, take Facebook, tax the rich, make our stock price go down. Oh my God, dude, that would be so funny. But it wouldn't matter because his basis is probably so low anyway. So that's a stupid joke, but you guys get it. You know, I think the low level of intellect there on that joke carries through. The new Batman movie, I liked it. I have a very, very strong emotional reaction when I went to go see that movie again, and I was going to vomit. So I was like, nah, not gonna watch this one on the plane. Let's see. Elon might be Batman in 5 years. Elon's not athletic enough. Did you just call my joke low IQ? The reason I did is because his basis is so high. It's not like, unless he had like an option that he exercised and then his basis comes down on those shares, and then they do LIFO for some reason on his shares for tax purposes, which is possible. That would be the only way. But if his basis is super low, then it wouldn't matter. He'd still have a giant gain. Elon would go more Iron Man. Ben Affleck was the best Batman. Change your mind? You're too far gone. All right, dude. So that is going to wrap it up for today, guys. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out, too. I'll have some videos out for you guys a little bit later. And if you guys do want to come to the best place to learn how to trade, join me on my green streak over here. Get access to all the proprietary algorithms, the alerts, and really joining the fastest growing community over here of people who are really want to just kind of get away from all the nonsense of what has been typical of what's been happening in the market and in social media, and actually take your trading seriously. Make sure you guys check out that link that I put in there. It's pinned at the top of the live chat too, if you guys miss it. But another fun day with you guys. I love you guys. I will be back tomorrow at 12:15 if you guys do want to come back. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Hit that like on the way out. Peace.